Okay. How many of you drink Energize yourself? Just curious. Okay. If you are in a place where you can, I'd love it if you drop in the chat what flavor is your favorite and how you use it in your daily life. So I will show you what I do every morning. I call it my muscle margarita. And I fill one of these bad boys. This is a 32-ounce mason jar. And I do a scoop of hydrate. It's basically the glow and go stack. A scoop of collagen. Like, what am I holding? And a scoop of Energize. This is, what is this one? This one's strawberry lemonade. I honestly have a really hard time making a favorite between strawberry lemonade and mixed berry. It's kind of like your children. Like, I love them all. Some days I love one more than the other one. But they're really amazing, amazing products that we have. So today we are going to dive into what makes Energize specifically different than other options out there. And I want to answer any and all questions that you guys have. So let me share, first of all, this Google link, Google Drive. So if you haven't been on any of the product trainings before, I have a Google Drive with all of the previous trainings I've done. I will do a PDF with what I'm going to talk about, which I'm going to share my screen and show you when we're going to go through it. But I scour our coach office and I scour the internet and I scour our FAQs and anything that our company has put out there. And I put it together in one place because sometimes it's not all in one place. So if you are a newer coach and you're not familiar with the Body Basics group on Facebook, they do have a lot of really amazing resources and trainings there. But I take it all and I put it in this Google Drive. So I put it in the chat here. And when I upload this recording so that your coaches will share with you and into the Slay Squad, this link will be there as well. So you can go ahead and save that. And then let me open this PDF and we will dive right in. I'm going to do another quick intro really quick of myself. Let me silence my phone. Rude. My name is Jessica Lanier. For those of you who do not know me, I am an integrative registered nurse and holistic health coach. I got my certification in holistic health coaching in 2010. And I really dove in after nursing school. I dove into the field of holistic, alternative, and integrative medicine. And I've been very passionate about it since. So when Beachbody came into my life, I'm not going to lie, I was like, I had an ego that needed to be humbled. And I thought that I was better than this company with the name of Beachbody. And then I had a baby. I have 3 kids. Their ages are 2, 5, and 7. So when my 7-year-old was a newborn, I stumbled across someone's before and after pictures, complete stranger on the internet. And I was realizing I was going to have to go back to work as a nurse in prison. I will forever say that Beachbody got me out of prison. That will always be in my marketing because I was a prison nurse. I was an infectious disease nurse for the Department of Corrections for the state of California, and had my baby and realized I don't want to leave you ever again, you know? And so I saw the potential with coaching with a company, a $1.3 billion company, or it was at the time, and entrepreneurship. And for me, it was a no-brainer, but the products, the quality of the products had to align with my high standard personally, or I wouldn't have morally been able to align myself with another company. And so you guys know, most nutrition companies out there will have something that I personally couldn't align with, such as one artificial sweetener like Splenda or sucralose. We do not have any artificial ingredients in any of our products. And it's something that we as a company are very proud of, but I also am so proud to be able to say. So we're going to dive into, what really is it that makes Energize and our products stand apart. That's a little background on me. Okay, so let's dive in here. What is Energize? It's basically a clean energy supplement, right? This was taken off of, all of this was taken somewhere off of our marketing, just so you know. But it was created as an industry-leading pre-workout to reduce perceived effort and improve performance during intense workouts. So our marketing in the past has been for athletes as a pre-workout. But if you've been around for any amount of time, you will realize that the majority of our clientele who fall in love with this are not necessarily elite athletes. It's moms like us who have kids and laundry and we need like a pre-laundry instead of a pre-workout. We need them both. So in your marketing, remember to always tell your story of how this relates to you. So I wrote in here, is further become known as a pre-life supplement, because most of us need it before being able to function during the day. Okay, so how does it work? There are 3 key ingredients in Energize that make it do what it does. The first one is an amino acid called beta-alanine. And what beta-alanine does in the body is it increases what's called muscle carnosine. And that's another compound that buffers lactic acid. Lactic acid is what makes your muscles burn. So beta-alanine helps reduce that muscle burn, essentially. When you reduce your muscle burn, you have increased longevity of your muscles, right? You're able to use them longer, which enhances your performance. Therefore, that is how it shows in the clinical trials that we've done that it is created to boost your performance. You can read here a little bit more in here, a little more nerdy details, but beta-alanine is what is responsible for the muscle tingles. Does anyone get those when you drink Energize? You get a little tingly. Sometimes people won't experience it, and it doesn't mean it's not working. It's just that some people are more sensitive to it than others. Any 2 scoopers out there? You do 2 scoops of Energize? I know there's a lot out there. That will definitely boost your potential tingly effects that you will get in your muscles. And that action of increasing your muscle carnosine is what you're feeling. So there it is about beta-alanine. One of the things that I heard when I was listening through one of the other training videos of one of the doctors, it's linked in the bottom of this PDF, is that we use a specific dosage of beta-alanine of 800 milligrams. If you go look at other pre-workouts, they might be in the 1200s. More is not always better, because you can have too much of something, especially when it comes to a pre-workout. So Beachbody chose to use a clinical significant dosage and not do too much that could cause other potential side effects. There's a lot of intention put into our products. You will hear that over and over again as you dive into them. Okay, number 2, quercetin. I'm a really nerdy human, and I love this ingredient. When I saw the dosage of quercetin, I started studying quercetin 3 years ago and learning about its effects on the body. And when I saw the dosage that we have in our Energize and Hydrate together, because they both have quercetin in them, I was so excited. It sounds so silly. I was so excited. I remember telling my husband, did you know how much quercetin we're getting in our daily muscle margarita? I was like, go us, high five. This is amazing for our bodies and our immune systems. And I can only teach you what is on our website legally, what has been approved through our legal system that we can say. But if you want to read more and learn more about quercetin and the research, it's very fascinating, and it's something that you really want to have in your body. So Dr. Nima in one of the videos said that we have the industry's best quercetin. That is what makes our Energize and our Hydrate yellow. That's what stains your glasses. Does anyone else have like stained anything from Energize? I have one of those frothers. You know what I'm talking about? Like the sticks that frothing. Well, I got a white one. Who does that? I'm like, oh yeah, it's so farmhouse and cute and it'll match. Well, it's yellow now for sure. But that is what makes it that pungent, that bright color is the quercetin. Okay, so another note about quercetin is that research has shown with continued use, it it adds longevity to our muscle function. So caffeine, which is the third key ingredient in Energize, is more of an instant. Caffeine instantly helps you like get oomph, right? So that will help reduce your perceived effort of your exercise, of your energy output. But over time, the quercetin helps you increase your longevity. So there's really a multifaceted approach to how Energize helps us do life and have longevity and muscle function and decrease perceived effort to do that. So when you're thinking of Energize, and what you'll see in the graphics too, is that clinically speaking, the two areas that Energize really helps us, and I've said it numerous times, is decreased perception of effort, meaning it doesn't feel so hard to do something. It feels easier than it would without it. And increased performance, meaning you're going to be able to push harder, you're going to be able to run farther, you're going to be able to cycle harder. So those are the two areas that has been clinically shown to work. Our caffeine is a low dose caffeine, which is important to me. How many of you have struggled with anxiety? I know I have. I feel like the whole world has in the last few years, right? It's because we are constantly being stimulated all the time. And so high levels of caffeine can actually have a negative impact in our energy levels. In fact, so my husband and I, between the two of us, we run 3 family businesses, and I have 3 kids, as I told you. And as my life demands have increased, I've had to decrease my caffeine amount. I'm not going to lie. I'm even a half scooper sometimes, you guys, of Energize. I know. I see you judging me and shaking your head. I'm just kidding. But sometimes I have to listen to my body. And if I have too much caffeine, my energy will actually tank and I will get more flustered. My mind won't think as sharply. And that's just my body. It's really important to listen to your body, because some of you do 2 scoops a day and that's how you function really well, right? But we have 100 milligrams of caffeine per scoop, and that is equivalent to an 8-ounce cup of coffee. How many people do you know who drink multiple cups of coffee, or they drink a coffee that's this big with all these other crap in it, right? So one of the ways that we're helping them switch out, replace their coffee with Energize, and they're going to feel better in so many different ways. So our caffeine comes from green tea and coffee bean extract. Okay, let's go into why it's different. Here's something that's really important to know as a business owner representing a product. I work in real estate as well. And yesterday I was listening to a title company explain their services. But at the end of the day, people want to know why you're different. They want to know why our approach is different. And I talk about that a lot to my team and in my marketing on social media, and why I chose this. I've been doing it for 7 years now. As someone as nerdy and passionate about foundational health as I am, this is why it's different. We have a multifaceted approach at a very affordable price. You can't find that anywhere, you know? And so when you're talking about Energize, people want to know, well, what makes it different? I'm taking my C4 over here. What's the difference? And maybe you don't know. And that's an opportunity that you have to look it up. Look up the label that we have and look up the label of another pre-workout if you're wanting to compare the two, and then share what you've learned. And that's a great way to boost your confidence. And it's a great way to teach your clientele, your prospects, about how we stand apart. So here's a couple of things to pay attention to. First of all, I will have this first and foremost in every product training, is our purity of ingredients. We have no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives, no artificial sweeteners of any kind. That's a big deal. That already makes us a small percentage of the wellness industry. Number 2 are active ingredients and minerals. So we went over the 3 active ingredients, but if you look on the back of the label of your Energize, you will also see that it has calcium, magnesium, sodium, and potassium. That's also in hydrate, but in higher quantities. When you exercise meaning also when you are stressed in life, which we all are, your minerals become, they get burned up really easily. And most people are mineral deficient. So this is something that I paid attention to, because I know that mineral deficiency causes a lot of symptoms that a lot of people deal with every single day, from migraines to headaches to extreme fatigue, digestive issues, hormonal imbalances, skin issues. Mineral deficiency is a huge problem. So the fact that it's in our pre-workout, I love that. That's something that's intentional and different about our pre-workout. The sweetener, it only contains 2 grams of organic cane sugar per scoop. You're going to burn that off. And your like how intense you get in with doing your laundry or your dishes, you're going to burn that right off, right? Clinically tested. We have science behind our products, and I have linked those in the bottom here so that you can look into them yourself. Or if somebody asks, hey, can I see where that study was published? We have it linked into this PDF so that it's easily accessible. But that is a big deal. Our company uses the golden standard of clinical testing, is called the double-blind placebo clinical trial, meaning that the participants and the people giving the test, administering the tests, nobody knows what group is placebo and what group is the active ingredient, to take away any type of potential bias. So that is why it's considered the golden standard of clinical testing. And that is what we use, which I love. Here are the highlights. So it improved performance by 5%. And that might not seem like a lot, but here's the difference, especially when it comes to athletes. Or have you ever been in a place in your life where you're like, man, I just had just a little bit more to push through, right? When you're talking about a competition or a race, like you watch the Olympics and people go from the difference between first place and the last place person is like milliseconds. That 5% does go a long ways. So increased performance, and we talked about decreased perceived effort during intense exercise. We are certified by, we are informed sport certified. So if there is any elite athletes who get drug tested, that they can be confident that our products go through third-party testing to make sure it is safe and there's nothing in there that shouldn't be in there. It's tested for potency and purity. Here's something that you might not have known. Other pre-workouts, you have to cycle off of them in order for them to continue working because they have such high stimulants in them. Ours does not. You can continue to use it and it will continue to improve function. We talked about the quercetin, the beta alanine as well. Research has shown with continued exposure actually helps improve your performance versus making your body more accustomed to it. Okay. If you haven't been taught this before, when you're marketing or you're trying to show somebody that you have something that's worth them paying attention to, it's always smart to think in problems and solutions. So what problem are we solving with Energize? And this is a good exercise for you to do yourself, because you're going to identify with something that maybe I won't identify with, right? And same to teach to your coaches on your team. They're going to identify with something that maybe you don't identify with. So this could be a good exercise that you guys do together with a blank slate. Okay, what problems are we solving with Energize? Or what problems are we solving with our total solution approach? What problems are we solving with body? And do that brainstorming exercise, because it's really fun to hear other people's perspectives. So here's a couple of bullet points that I came up with. I love statistics, if you haven't noticed already, and data and looking at the world. Okay, so number one, we know that one of our newer marketing campaigns is swapping dirty energy with clean energy, right? And so what is dirty energy? Well, it's going to be things that are not good for us, that are not good for our body, like a mocha frappuccino is not good for us. That's dirty energy. You may get an instant boost of energy in the moment, but we all know what comes later. Energy drinks. I put on here a couple of statistics about energy drinks. And because I'm a registered nurse and I've got so many friends in nursing and medical field, I know that energy drinks are a huge reason behind heart issues and people ending up in the ER with heart arrhythmias. because of the ingredients in them, the stimulants, the sugar, the caffeine, and the other stuff in it. And it doesn't matter if it's artificial sweeteners. People think that those are healthier, but they're not. There's other side effects that come with those. So let's look at some of the market statistics. The revenue of energy and sports drinks sold worldwide amounted to approximately $159 billion in the US in 2021. And it's estimated to increase to just over $233 billion by 2027, which we're only 4 years away from, right? That is crazy. Look at the money being spent on dirty energy. And that's just one area of it. There's a huge need. What does that show us that that's increasing? People are exhausted. They need us to help show them what proper nourishment looks like, what a clean energy drink might look like, what exercise looks like, how our energy works, mental stuff. I'm so thankful as a company that we're talking more about mindset, because most people are mentally tapped out, and we have to learn how to nourish and exercise this muscle of our mind. Men between the ages of 18 and 34 years consume the most energy drinks, and almost 1/3 of teens between 12 and 17 years drink them regularly. And as a parent, that just like crushes me, because, and I see it. And my little brother was one of them. When he was going, he had like monsters all the time in high school. And I would get so mad at him because I knew what it was doing to his body. And so what if we were able to help out these kids? Like, I'm not saying give Energize to kids by any means, but I think you know what I'm saying. Like these moms that maybe they just don't know, and showing them it can be cool to drink Energize. I don't know, but there's a huge opportunity there. And if that's your circle of influence, tap into that and tell them to try it and maybe do a contest with it or something. 49, this stat was interesting. 49% of people drink 3 to 5 cups of coffee a day. That's a lot. That's a lot. And so what is all of this showing us? People are exhausted. They're drinking, they're interested in purchasing beverages to give them more energy, whether or not it's going to help them in the long run. And so if we can connect with them and teach them, hey, swap this out for 30 days. Let me know how you feel. Money back guarantee. I want you to try this. Do an Energize challenge and say, hey, try this Energize, try this for 30 days. Let me know how you feel. If you're not impressed, you drink the whole tub, you get your money back, because that's what our company stands by. How fun would that be? Get creative with it. Supports a healthy pH balance versus acidic energy beverages. If you are at all in the health and wellness field, you are familiar with the pH scale and pH balance in our body and why it's so important, and the links between a more acidic lifestyle and all disease, and a more alkaline lifestyle, and how it supports our overall health. So someone drinking Energize, especially with all the minerals and drinking hydrate, is going to be way more supportive to their pH balance than an acidic cup of coffee. And I'm not someone that's like anti-coffee, but there are definite benefits to drinking what we have over a ton of coffee for so many reasons. Okay, motivation. How many of you, maybe you were this person, or you know someone who won't exercise because they just don't have the motivation. They just don't want to. They don't know how. They can't. I won't ever go to the gym, and I definitely won't work out from home, and I just don't. And they find themselves in this mental rut. Well, here's the really cool thing that takes me into my next point here is habit stacking. And this can be a habit cue. Have any of you read Atomic Habits by James Clear? Okay, so if you haven't, I highly recommend putting it on your list, but he talks about habit cues, and neuroplasticity is also very fascinating, but it's basically the study and the fact that you can rewire your brain through repetition. And so if you tell somebody who's in the space where they're ready for a change, they need to feel better. Okay, let's try this. We're going to use Energize as a habit cue. You're going to wake up, you're going to make your Energize, and you're going to sit down, you're going to do your devotional, your gratitude journaling for 30 minutes, and then you're going to press play on a workout. Whether or not you feel like it, you're going to press play and you're going to do it. And I want you to do this for 30 days. And at the end of the 30 days, we're going to see how you feel. Your brain will start to crave this. And then once you have this, your brain will start to crave exercise because it's part of the habit cue and the habit stacking that you're teaching them. And this is why one reason why you do not have to have any kind of background in health or fitness or be a trainer or be anything to help somebody with this. You just need to know. This can be used as a part of a healthy routine. Do it for 30 days. Let me know how you feel. Very simple, right? Okay. Improved results with a decreased perception of effort. We all know that people they don't want to try so hard. As a culture, we're very lazy. They don't want to try so hard and they want to get better results. So this has been technically clinically proven to make things feel easier than they would without Energize. Okay. How many of you have been on Energize for a while exercising and you ran out, or you had to work out without Energize and you're like, whoa. Whoa, right? It's both this, it's our like, I crave it now, but it's also our physical body is just not used to it as much. So and share that experience. I just learned about this research about this thing that I'm already using every day. And I can tell you it's really true. This one time I ran out of it and wow, how different it feels to be able to have this tool in my life. Okay, who are our ideal clients for Energize? And think of these people in your life. Obviously, new people coming into this healthy routine and they don't have the motivation or the know-how. And you're like, try this, let me know how it works. Nurses, think of people who are really stressed and on their feet and on the go all the time. So I have nurse friends who would drink Energize or energy drinks, or who would drink coffee on their night shift. And we're exhausted and destroying their health. And I said, hey, I would give them the whole Go and Glow stack. Try this for 30 days and let me know how you feel instead of your coffee or instead of your energy drinks. And so easily that catches on like wildfire in the workplace. I promise you. Teachers, the same, right? Moms, we all know. Elite athletes, definitely if you're in this circle, 100% reach out to the elite athletes in your life. College students, we just read statistics about teenagers and energy drinks. College students also make great partners because they need money and they have friends, right? So never look past those people, but think about in your own life, who are ideal clients of yours who would benefit from Energize? Okay, here are our current flavors, how to use it. This is how to use it per the back of the container. I obviously am a little bit different. Make it how you want it. I didn't find it. I forgot. There's a recipe in the Body Blog somewhere about how to make gummies with Energize. Yeah. What if you made adult popsicles? Don't give them to your toddlers. But what if you made adult Energize popsicles for the summer? Like, oh my goodness, that'd be amazing. Okay. I've heard of ice cubes. You can make them in ice cubes. So many different fun ways that we could do this. It is recommended if you are over 160 pounds that you do 2 scoops because of the caffeine levels. And this is per what is clinically significant. I have linked in here the FAQ to Energize, the science behind Energize, the published journal that I talked about from the research. And here's a blog post. And here's 2 videos on 2 different doctors talking about Energize. I'm obviously not a doctor. I'm not sponsored by our company. They all know who I am from teaching a lot of products, but yeah, this is it. I have nothing else to teach you, but I would love to go over any questions that you have. Just so you guys know, here's some marketing material right here. Here is the little statistic here from the clinical trial. There's a couple different ones. Here's another really great graphic to share of our research and what the research has shown. And then I have just some other basic things in here that you can use to teach your clients. You can use if someone has a question about it, just send them one of these. That way you're not trying to regurgitate everything. So I'm going to stop this and open the chat. And do you guys have any questions? Was this helpful? Love the research. Awesome. No, Energize is a sad day. I know. April, I'm with you. I can't drink it. I would like have loved to drink this while I'm talking to you guys, but I live in North Idaho. It's 5:30 and I would be up for a very long time. Awesome. Lemon. Okay, awesome. Wonderful, you guys. Well, if you have any other questions, you feel free to reach out to me. I'm health_patriot on Instagram, or you can find me on Facebook because I've obviously posted all the information about this training. So thank you so much for being here, you guys. Cheers. Go change some lives, and I'll talk to you next month. Bye.